Today we're going to be comparing two of the most popular entry-level digital night vision binoculars. The NVG50, which is an upgrade to the NVG30, which offers some of the best low light performance in the budget night vision market, and it only costs about $500, versus the Nightfox Prowl, which is a $200 unit, and this one is running the latest upgrade to the firmware, which is version 1.31, which a lot of people are talking about. So today we're going to see which device is king, and whether or not you can save a few $100 and go with the upgraded Nightfox Prowl, or if the new NVG50 is worth a few $100 more to have a much better performing device. As always, there will be links down below, including one to my shop Goodnight Gear, where you can pick up a bunch of different digital night vision devices, including the NVG50, and you can save 10% site-wide using the coupon code US10. Before we dive in, go ahead and smash the like button and subscribe to the channel to keep up with the latest in digital night vision technology. And we do a lot of comparison videos like this one to help you guys make the most informed decision you can when it comes to purchasing night vision. We're going to do a quick overview of the bodies. They're both a little over 9 ounces, and the NVG50 is much more compact and has a better feeling, more rugged build quality. There are a lot of similarities in the basic feature set, including USB-C charging, micro SD video recording, removable batteries, objective lens and diopter adjustments, but the NVG50 does have a unique port which allows you to connect a proprietary external battery pack, which will greatly extend the runtime. There are helmet mounting options for each, and the NVG50 comes with a proprietary fast compatible mount, and the Prowl comes with a dovetail adapter for the G24, which is pretty nice and an area that the NVG50 definitely falls short. The button placement on the NVG50 is a lot more accessible compared to the Prowl, which does make it significantly easier to operate as a helmet mounted device, but this matters less if you only plan on using them as handhelds. The Prowl can accept a 32GB SD card, and the NVG50 can take up to 64 gigs, and recorded videos actually looks pretty good on both units. And the Prowl, we're recording at a low resolution of 720 by 1280, and on the NVG50 things definitely look more crisp at 2560 by 1440. I just picked up the SMS laser HFXC laser aiming module, and what we're seeing is the IR laser from that device, and I'll be showing this off more in future videos, and it's really an incredible device for the price. While video recording is in the traditional landscape format, the actual user experience is a bit different. Prowl has a circular screen which is designed to mimic the analog PVS-14 experience, and while it's nice, the low resolution screen is a bit grainy and leaves a lot to be desired, while the NVG50 has a very sharp rectangular OLED 2560 by 1440 display, which offers a much more detailed image. At close range, the difference in resolution is less of an issue, but for mid to long range detection and identification, you're definitely going to notice an advantage to the sharper screen. There is, however, an advantage to the Prowl's default field of view, which is around 54 degrees at base magnification, which is great for situational awareness and also makes it easier to navigate with, compared to the NVG50's approximate 40-degree field of view at base, which is still pretty good, but a bit more constricted. But you can significantly improve the NVG50's field of view with the wide-angle lens mod attachment, which is a must-have if you plan to use the device for close quarters navigation. We're going to do a low light performance test with the IR lighting turned off. And this is really important because while invisible to the naked eye, IR lighting is highly visible to anyone running night vision. So if you want to be as covert as possible, having a low IR signature is crucial. And as you can see, when we turn off the IR lighting, you are able to see quite a bit better with the NVG50 compared to the Prowl. And there's a lot more detail and contrast and visibility in low light areas. The NVG50 does really well so long as there is a little bit of moonlight or ambient lighting to play with, and the Prowl is a much more IR lighting dependent device, which is probably its biggest downside. Next, we're going to perform a latency test to see how quickly these devices can react, and we've got both of these units side by side set to 30 frames per second, and we're going to turn the lights off, which will give you a good indication of how quickly they can keep up. In case you missed it in real time, we're going to slow it down and go frame by frame so you can see it a little bit better, and it's clear that the NVG50 is reacting a lot faster than the Prowl, so it is more sensitive, and this means it's going to be a better choice for tasks involving movement and observing more quickly moving objects. Now I'll leave you with my final thoughts, starting with the Prowl. There does seem to be some improvements in performance with the Prowl since they've updated the firmware, and in the past I have had a lot of issues with lag and the device freezing, and while I haven't had time to play around with the Prowl since the latest update, I have haven't had issues with lag or device freezing. This is a common issue amongst Prowl users, and it is addressed in the troubleshooting section of their website, but overall it is a pretty impressive device considering the price point. The new color modes, including green, inverted green, and white phosphor, are also nice additions, as I really like the white phosphor emulation personally, but it still falls short to the NVG50 in many ways that really matter. And if you're on a fixed budget and dead set on spending about $200, then it's definitely an interesting option depending on your use case. If you want to see how the Prowl stacks up to some other sub $200 budget night vision monoculars, you can check out this video, which I'll link down below, which compares the Prowl to the Night Operator's Max 2.0 and the NVG40. If you can save up a few $100s more and want to get some of the best digital night vision you can under $1,000, then the NVG50 is definitely worth it. From its crystal clear display, faster speed, and improved low light performance, the NVG50 just about outperforms the Prowl in every way, with the biggest downside being the smaller field of view, which can be overcome with the wide angle lens mod. If you're serious about airsoft, shooting, hunting, or plan to use the device for any tasks relating to movement or hiking, then the NVG50 is going to be a far better option. We've talked extensively about the NVG50 and how it compares to the NVG30 in another video, and I'll also leave a link to that one down below in case you need help deciding between those two. Overall, the NVG50 is superior to the NVG30 with the exception of the dovetail mounting option, which allows you to pair the 30 with Wilcox systems. Thanks for sticking around and watching the video. Let us know your thoughts on the Nightfox Prowl and the NVG50 down in the comments, and if there's any other night vision devices that you'd like to see compared, please let me know and I'll do my best to make it happen.